everyone, welcome to WITS Connect. Today we are going to discuss the topic about operating point. What is the definition of operating point? The zero signal values of IC and VC of the transistor is known as operating point. Here the another names for operating point are quiescent point, Q point or silent point. Why we have to name it as silent point? Because it is the point on the transistor output characteristics, that is the curve between VC and IC of the transistor when the transistor is in absent. That is nothing but when we are not giving any input signal. When there is no signal applied, we are getting the operating point. What is the definition? The zero signal values of IC and VC of the transistor is known as operating point. It is also named it as Q point, quiescent point or silent point. So this is the definition of operating point. You will get the operating point on output characteristics, that is the curve between VC and IC of the transistor when we are not giving any input signal, that is in the absence of the signal we will get the operating point. And this operating point will always get the operating point on the active region. Okay na? So on the active region only you will get the operating point. Always the operating point will be established in the active region of the transistor. Okay. Next topic is DC and AC load lines. So coming to the DC load line, first we have to draw the DC load line. So the DC load line is the curve drawn between collector to emitter voltage and collector current. Okay na? So this is the DC load line. A, B point indicates the DC load line and C, D point indicates the AC load line. So here the DC load line shows the curve between collector to emitter voltage and collector current. Okay na? So here this is the common emitter amplifier. We will get the DC load line conditions when we are not applying any input. When we are not applying any input, when there is no load, when there is no input signal voltage applied here, we will get the DC conditions, so that the DC conditions will be existed when we are not applying any input to the CE amplifier or common emitter amplifier. Okay na? Here in this AC and DC load line, the point AB indicates the DC load line. So how these points will be evaluated? Okay na? So that is what our topic now. Okay. So now we have to get the DC load line. Those are the points A and B we have to evaluate. If you joining these two points, you will get the DC load line. So this is the common emitter amplifier circuit. By applying Kirchhoff voltage law to the collector circuit, this is the collector terminal, this is the collector circuit. If you apply Kirchhoff voltage law to this collector circuit, you will get collector to emitter voltage. That is nothing but VCE. VCE equal to what? VCE equal to VCC minus ICRC. This is the collector current at the collector resistor. Okay na? So if you apply Kirchhoff voltage law to this collector circuit, you will get VCE equal to VCC minus ICRC. This is the circuit. VC equal to, this is the equation, VC equal VCC minus ICRC. This is equation 1. So from this equation, if you calculate IC equal to, you will get minus 1 by RC into VCE plus VCC by RC. So this is equation 2. So this is the equation represents, it is in the form of y equal to mx plus c. So where c is nothing but constant. So this equation represents a straight line equation. So this AB is nothing but straight line equation. Okay na? Y equal to mx plus c represents a straight line equation. Okay. So how we will get the points A and B. So in order to get the point A, we have to place IC equal to 0 in this equation, in equation 1. We have to place IC equal to 0. Okay. So if you place IC equal to 0, if you substitute IC equal to 0 in equation 1, you will get IC equal to 0 means you will get VCE equal to VCC. Okay na? So that means the first point A is nothing but what? The first point A is VCC comma 0. The first point A is VCE. This is the point on VCE kada. So actually the point here it is VCE comma IC. Actually the point A is VCE comma IC. So in this equation we are placing IC equal to 0. If you place IC equal to 0 in this equation, we are getting VC equal to what? VCC. So that is nothing but here it is VCC. You are getting VCE value as VCC. That's why I am placing A value as VCC. So the first point is nothing but VCC comma 0. 0 nothing but here IC equal to 0. Okay na? Actually VCE comma ICE. So when we are placing IC equal 0, what is the value of VCE? We are getting VCE as VCC. That's why the point A is nothing but VCC comma 0. 0 is nothing but IC equal 0. So in order to evaluate the point B, now we have to place VC equal 0 now. On y-axis we have to place VC equal 0. Actually what is the point? On y-axis also VC comma IC. Now we have to place VCE as 0. We have to place VC as 0. Now if you substitute this VC equal 0 in equation 1, what will happen? What is the equation for IC? You will get IC equal to VCC by RC. If you substitute VC equal to 0, you will get IC equal to what? IC equal to VCC by RC. So the second point is nothing but, what is the value of VCE? VCE is nothing but 0. We got IC as VCC by RC. So when you join these two A and B points, you will get the DC load line. So what is actually DC load line? The line drawn between collector to emitter voltage and collector current when you are not applying any input signal, that is in absence of signal. Absence of signal is nothing but danni emantaru DC signal antaru. When you are applying input signal, you will get AC load line. Those are the condition exists for AC load line when you are applying input signal. In the absence of signal, it will be evaluated as DC load line. So that is the difference between AC and DC load lines. So like this you will evaluate the A and B points. By joining these 2 points, you will get the DC load line on the collector and voltage and collector characteristics. Okay. So after drawing the DC load line at the point A and B, now we have to draw the AC load line. First, after drawing the DC load line, the operating point Q is located exactly at the middle of the DC load line at the zero signal biasing conditions. What is the operating point? The zero signal values of IC and VC of the transistor is nothing but operating point. So after drawing DC load line, the operating point is selected at exactly midpoint of the DC load line. So for this we have to draw another AC load line, that is the point C and D. Okay now, so where this AC and DC load line intersected, where this point is nothing but Q point. Okay now, so for AC load line exists when we are applying the input signal Vs to this transistor CE amplifier. So AC load line will be established when we are giving the input signal. So for this, the point C is nothing but, here the point C is VCE comma 0. That means in order to evaluate the point C, we have to consider IC equal to 0. In order to get the point D, we have to consider VC equal to 0. Okay, when we are applying the input signal. So here RIC is nothing but maximum efficient load resistance. So it exists as the maximum existent or load resistance RIC is equal to the collector resistor is in parallel with the load resistor. So RIC equal to RC parallel with RL, and the maximum collector to emitter voltage, this is the maximum collector to emitter voltage, it is equal to VCEQ plus ICQ into RAC. RAC is nothing but load resistance. Okay now, so coming to the point D, where we have to substitute VC equal to 0, that is nothing but 0 comma IC. So where the maximum collector current D, that is at the point D, IC equal to ICQ plus VCEQ by RAC. Okay na? So by combining these 2 points, when you are applying the input signal, you will get the AC load line. So combining the CD, and where the intersection of this DC load line and AC load line is nothing but operating point Q. Okay na? Like this you can evaluate the operating point by intersecting the AC and DC load line. So this is the concept of DC load line and AC load line. DC load line exists when you are not applying any input signal, that is nothing but absence of the signal. AC load line exists when we are applying the input signal. So by the intersecting of AC and DC load line, you will get the operating point. Always this operating point exists in the active region of the transistor. Okay.